your troubles in dreams. Dream your troubles away until that sunshine peeks through. There's only one thing to do. Wrap your troubles in dreams. Dream your troubles away. Your castles may crumble, that's fate after all. Life's really funny that way. No use to grumble, just smile when they fall. Weren't you just king for a day? Say, just remember the sunshine always follows the rain. And wrap your troubles in dreams. Dream your troubles away. Your castles may crumble, that's fate after all. Life's really funny that way. No use to grumble, just smile when they fall. Weren't you just king for a day? Just remember the sunshine always follows the rain. And wrap your troubles in dreams. And dream your troubles away. I love that song, Hobbs.
Great song.
That was a song you were after me for many years to learn before we ever did it. Yes. And
you finally got around to it.
I did. And I thought about when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for this week for our Kathy's Corner, and my gosh, it was gray, wasn't it?
Awful.
How many days in a row, and all I could think of was this song, when skies are cloudy and gray, they're only gray for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. But yesterday, what happened?
The sun came out.
The sun did come out. And isn't it crazy what just a little peak of sunshine does to us?
It's just immeasurable.
That's right. It just gives you just that little oomph you need to get over. And it was sunny again today. And, you know, it's hard to be positive. It's hard to think that way when it's gray and yucky out. But boy, if we do, it always works out, doesn't it? Just know that sun is coming. You gotta accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum and bring gloom down to the minimum and have faith or pandemonium's liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said you gotta accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In-Between. Oh no, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. Don't you mess with Mr. In-Between. Well, friends, here we are, halfway through January 2021. Notice I have gotten the stockings off of the fireplace. Still left the snowflakes because it is January and it is still winter time. So a little bit of that holiday decor still in my home. Anyway, we're halfway through January 15th to be exact. 2 weeks into those New Year's resolutions. What was on your list this year? My list always seems to have a lot of the same things. Don't know what that says about success with my lists, except as I did a little research, I found that many of us share some of the same items. At the very top of a lot of folks' lists is lose weight, become more healthy. And hand in hand with that goes exercise. Number 3 on the list, what was it? Number 3, learn something new. I don't know that I would put it that way, but I think exercise your mind might be a better way to put it. Some of us kind of have always had that on our list, either consciously writing it down or subconsciously, when we do things like work crossword puzzles and listen to Jeopardy on TV, stimulate our brains a little bit. I've even started to sit down and do crossword puzzles. I remember when one time we did crossword puzzles at the senior center, and Marilyn McDaniel and Betty Bryant sit down and just put us all to shame. They are dedicated to keeping their mind sharp through that vein. The trying something new thing, though, is important as we get older. Kind of need to keep the elasticity going in our brains. And it doesn't have to be anything profound that you do new. Something as simple as if you normally brush your teeth with your right hand, if you use your left hand to brush your teeth, you're training your brain to do something you've done for 100 years in a little different way. And that keeps us sharp. So for those of you that are watching this online, you're a little bit of a techie, Google exercises for your brain or senior brain exercises. There's some really fun ones out there. There are some that I have failed miserably with, but it's a challenge, and we all need to be challenged with new things on our New Year's resolution list. Let's see, saving more and spending less. Spending less has not been too much of a problem because there's not too many places we can go and spend right now. So that kind of is getting a little boost from just what's happening in the world. 5th on the list was get organized. And as I thought about that, I thought that should really be at the top of everyone's list. Because to do any of those other things that we've talked about, we must get organized. And for me, organization always starts with a list of what I need to get done to start with. As far as organizing specific things, y'all know what I'm talking about. We've got cabinets, and everybody has a junk drawer in their kitchen, or I think almost everybody surely has one, where you just throw all kinds of stuff. There are all those photographs in boxes that we keep promising ourselves we'll get organized, closets that need to be attended to. As I look in the corner, I see my grandkids' box of books. I really need to go through those. So yeah, organization is a very, very important thing. And for me, a list is real important if I'm going to do that. Cindy Miller seems to have the same idea that I do about that. And she wrote a wonderful, wonderful essay that I want to share with you entitled The Power of the List. Have you discovered the powerful motivation found in making a list of things to do? The secret to list making is doing the list right. First of all, You must really do some soul searching before adding a chore to your list. Don't put clean out the garage unless you know you really will clean out the garage. Even if you do want to clean out the garage, don't put it on your list right away. First, break it down into steps. Maybe first listing, go through the boxes stored in the garage and discard all unnecessary items. Now, you might ask yourself, what is an unnecessary item? Well, anything you, number one, forgot was there. Guilty of that one. Number two, don't really know what it is. Number three, clothes you saved that are 2 sizes too small. If they were too big, we would have already got rid of them, right? You're chuckling. I know some of you do that just like I do. Number three, toys your child outgrew several years or decades ago. Again, guilty. Number four, some of those things you saved because you just might need them someday. Face it, if we really need them, could we even find them? I'm sure you get the drift here. Now you can add the next step to your list. On you will go until you have listed all the steps necessary to have a clean garage. At the top of your list where it says things to do today, mark out today and write this week. Now you have a whole week to accomplish your task, and then you can divide it up in 2 days. At the end of the week, you will actually be able to park your car in your garage. Some of us might have to put 2 weeks for that process. I found that putting things on a list causes me to get them done. If the list says, fold the towels in the dryer, I'll do it before I go to bed, even if I am very tired. If fold the towels on the dryer is not on the list, I'll warm them up in the morning and fold them then. All right, sometimes I have to admit that I cheat. If I do something I really should have put on the list, but didn't, I'll go and add it after the chore is finished, just for the satisfaction of marking it off. I have to admit, I have done that. Another good thing to put on your list is things you really like to do, but you feel guilty taking the time. Putting it on the list makes it official and a necessary step to your well-being. Things like seeing a movie, or having a lunch with friends, or reading a book, or spending time with your child. That may be even more important than the majority of all the things on our to-do lists. Agreed. Now, many will advise you to add innumerable items to your list and then prioritize them. If you get the top 4 or 5 priorities done, you can congratulate yourself. I'm sure this works well for some, but I prefer to have a fighting chance of marking off all the items on my list. Now that I've shared my thoughts with you regarding list making, I must, 1, proofread this article, 2, save it in a file, 3, attach it and email it to the newspaper. Have a great day. Oh, Cindy, that was a lot of fun. And there's so much truth into that list making thing, for sure. Golly gee whiz, look who is still here sitting in their chair. Hi, Chuck. How are you today?
Hello, I'm good.
I've been working on my Kathy's Corner, and we're doing it all about lists today, okay?
Okay.
And I just happen to have a list for you as well. What do you think?
Chuck's honeydew list. Clean up the back porch. What's wrong with the back porch?
Oh, don't ask me what's wrong with the back porch.
Finish pressure washing the mold off the side of the barn. Well, can't do that till it warms up some.
Well, it was warm today.
Well, it wasn't warm enough for that.
All right.
Get my lawnmower ready for spring grass cutting.
That means
Well, it was running last fall when we put it in the barn.
I want it looked at and I want the blade sharpened and all that good stuff.
Well, I can't do anything until I get these boots off.
Oh, yes. The infamous boots. Since December the 14th, right, Chuck?
That's
Today
right.
is January the 13th. Tomorrow it will be a whole month, 24/7.
Would you like to look at my feet? We'll have a reveal party. I'll take these boots off and we'll let you people look at my toes. See how you think they're doing.
Okay. Oh, looky, Thomas the cat wants to be a part of the reveal party too.
Yeah, Tom.
Oh.
Be nice.
Okay. Well, let's take a quick look-see, Chuck.
All right. I'm getting pretty good at taking these things off.
Yes, you are getting pretty good at taking them off. They've got all kinds of straps and...
Still have to sleep in them, though.
I know. But you can take them off to shower, right?
Yeah, I can take them off the shower, so I smell better now.
Yes, they do. This is true. Okay,
All
here we
right,
go.
Here we go.
Don't get grossed out. We needed a before picture, but we didn't have a before one.
Here we go.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, looky how those little dry feet are. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. See that little toe that's got the black mark on it there? That's the one that they took the joint out of and put a pin in, and because it used to curl underneath this toe. Yep, clear underneath.
So now it's straight.
Now it's nice and straight, and you can wiggle it kind of.
Kind of. It feels pretty good.
Okay. And the other one looks a lot like that. So that's enough of a toe reveal. So thank you, Chuck, for sharing with us during our Kathy's Corner. And put that list someplace where you know exactly where it is.
Yeah, I know where to put that list.
If anybody can attest to the fact that I am very, very dependent upon lists, it would be Robin Hopkins, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. How many lists do you suppose over the last 35 years I've made for us?
Well, now let me think. I think we're talking billions.
Billions might be an example, or an exaggeration. But yeah. I did print out some examples because I have most of my lists still on my computer. Some of them go back to 1988. And there are tune lists of all these songs that we would sing when we would do shows.
I have lists from the 70s.
Yes, yeah. That was in your BK days.
Yeah.
Before Kathleen days.
That's
right. Right.
Yeah.
But it's fun going through these lists. It reminds us of some songs that we haven't done for a long time, for sure. Yes, I hear your cat meowing in the background. I don't think anybody else will, but
I hope not.
Abigail has decided it's supper time. Anyway, sorry, Abigail, you're not next on the list. Anyway, but look, how about this? This is a song that you taught me when we were at Bogstown.
Oh.
I'd never heard it before. Let's see if you folks remember this one. If I could be with you, I love you strong. If I could be with you, I'd love you long. I want you to know that I wouldn't go until I told you, honey, why I love you so.
If I could be with you
1 hour tonight, if I were free to do the things I might, I'm telling you true, I'd be anything but blue if I could be with you.
If I could be with you, I would love you strong.
If I could be with you, I would love you long.
I want you to know that I wouldn't go
till I told you, honey, why I love you so.
If I could be with you 1 hour tonight, if I were free to do the things I might,
I'm telling you true,
I'd be anything but blue. If I could be with you for just an hour, if I could be with you.
That's an old one. When did you first learn that song? Do you remember? Is it one your mom and dad liked?
No, but I'm sure it was
One of the first ones on your...
73 or 74.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the list when you were learning songs to go out and play and all of the...
That was a popular Dixieland tune in the Dixieland repertoire.
Nice little lilty
And,
song to dance to.
I was lucky that because I traveled around so much and we sat in with different bands, I had to learn everybody's repertoire. So
Everybody's list.
everybody's list.
Yep.
So
You know, one thing that I cherish that I have at home is my dad's list that was in his saxophone case and in his handwriting of all the songs that through all the years, and all of these songs were on his list. The modern songs on his list were Proud Mary. I think that was the most modern one. Help me. I know you know that too. And it's not on our list. Not on our list. But let me find another one here. Oh, this is good. Wait a minute. No, that's not the one. What was it? Oh, yes. This one. It's been a long, long time since we've done this one, Robin.
It sure has. Oh, you're going to make me work.
I am going to make you work. Kiss me once, then kiss me twice. Kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Haven't felt like this, my dear, since can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. I never knew how many dreams I dream about you, or just how lonesome life could be without you. So kiss me once and kiss me twice. Kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. I never knew how many dreams I dream about you, or just how lonesome life could be without you. So kiss me once, kiss me twice, kiss me once again. It's been a long, long, long time. It's been a long, long It's been a long, long time.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I need to hire a cameraman, don't I?
That wasn't very good.
No, I know it wasn't, but you all understand I was trying to do that. I have to tell you too that while we were sitting here, I'm going to try to do something else with my camera. The kitty that was crying and wanting something to eat a little bit earlier, there's Abigail. Abigail decided it's time that she's going to make known that she wants to be on the list right now.
Yeah, it's a pretty girl.
Yeah. Before I forget, kind of a public service announcement here. There's a very important list that has become available that you can get your name on if you are interested. And that is the list for the COVID vaccine. Be sure, and if you have trouble doing that, give me a call and I'll see if I can help you. And that was a long-awaited list, that's for sure. I am back in my chair where I start my mornings with lots of lists. Those who know me and have watched this before know that that's actually an honest statement. Yesterday, we recorded the music that you just listened to. And today, Robin is receiving his first chemo treatment for his cancer, his prostate cancer. He has been on my list, on many of my lists in my Bible for a long time, as have many of you. I can thumb through this book and find lists that date back sometimes 10 years, 12 years. And I keep them there because they remind me of the importance of making those kinds of lists and the importance for the people whose name are on it, and importance for me seeing the answers to some of those prayers that are on that list. Another list, if you will, I mentioned to you back in November when we were talking about gratitude, that our pastor at New Life, Yolita Erbely, had challenged us to write 100 things that we were grateful for between Thanksgiving and Christmas and send them to her. Well, if Liz is watching this, she knows that I have a real hard time getting things on my list done when they need to be done. And Yolita does not have my list. Not yet. In fact, I kind of procrastinated doing it. Had an excuse. You ever do that? Anyway, 6 days ago, I started my list of 100 things. Right now, I have 6 pages, front to back, of things that I'm grateful for. And I'm on number 77. With any luck, in another 6 days, I may have this list completed and I can get it to her. What a blessing this has been to me, remembering all the things, great big things and little things that I'm grateful for. And it's some of the things are as simple as the hot shower that I stepped into this morning. And some of them are as profound as remembering the time that I was with my brother when he passed. Seems like an odd thing to say that you were grateful for, but it was such a sacred moment. And I am grateful for that. I just may keep this thing up for the rest of the year and give myself the challenge of 1,000 things by year's end. Nobody will ever want to read all of them, but it'll still be a good exercise for me. And I know what number 77 is going to be on my list today. And do you know this person? Look here. This is Joyce Rumpel. This is the ornament of Joyce's picture that was hanging on our Christmas tree at the Grover Museum. I have those pictures for you folks to take home and keep that we took off the tree last week. But I wanted Joyce on there. She was the only person from our group that did not have a mask on. This picture was the picture that was shown at Joyce's memorial in October. When Joyce was still with us, she would come to the senior center and she would love being there for lunch, and she would love the music programs and the special things when the stained glass people come. She loved that. She would participate in those kinds of activities and even the ones that stretched your mind. Even though she was fighting cancer and had been for several years, she was always trying to stay as sharp as she could. And She stayed for programs about getting your affairs in order, which is not an easy thing to do when we're feeling pretty good. Probably seems more important when we're facing the end of our lives. But Joyce, she did that. And after Joyce's death in October, I found out that she was a list maker too. She had made a list of causes that she wanted funded at her passing. And she listed the Fairland Senior Center, part of Shelby Senior Services, in her will. This week, her nephew, Byron, met me at the fire station. He had hoped that all of you could be there too, but the COVID thing would not allow that to happen. And he presented us with a lovely check from his Aunt Joyce. I want to thank Byron for being there and giving me that check. For all of you, for Joyce for remembering us and putting us on a list that was going to benefit the Fairland Senior Centers for many years to come. Power of the list, folks. I'll see you next week.